group of strangers were trapped inside an upside-down game room, desperately fighting to stay alive as the floor ripped apart beneath their feet. Every wrong step could send them crashing thousands of feet into the darkness below. With the room collapsing by the second, everyone struggled to find something to hold on to. Then, one of them suddenly lost her grip and fell, leaving the others even more desperate to survive. But how did they end up here? Today, let's uncover the mystery behind this room. Now back to the story. We begin the movie with a mysterious puzzle box delivered to 3 different people, inviting them to a private game with a $10,000 prize. All 3 are in need of money, but they're left confused about how the strange box actually works. Soon, we meet our first character, Zoe, a brilliant young physics student with a natural talent for solving complex puzzles. As an orphan living with her friend, she sees the mysterious invitation as more than just a chance to win money. It's an opportunity to challenge her mind and solve something she's never seen before. Another character is Jason, a wealthy and confident day trader who is used to taking risks and staying in control. The mysterious game immediately catches his attention, giving him a chance to put his confidence and problem-solving skills to the test. And finally, there's Ben, a young grocery store stock boy who is struggling to make ends meet. Unlike the others, he isn't chasing the thrill of the challenge. The $10,000 prize could make a real difference in his life. Days later, the mysterious invitation brought Ben to the meeting point. Moments later, another participant arrived. Amanda, a former military officer who calmly checked in before heading downstairs. Inside the elevator, she crossed paths with another contestant, Danny, an experienced escape room enthusiast. When she entered the waiting room, she met Mike, another participant who welcomed her in. Soon, all 6 contestants were gathered together, exchanging greetings and discussing the strange invitation while waiting for whoever had summoned them to finally appear and explain the rules of the game. As the hours passed with no sign of their host, the group remained calm, expecting him to eventually show up. Meanwhile, Ben decided to step outside for a smoke, but the moment he reached the door, something immediately felt wrong. The handle was broken. Danny quickly realized that the game might have already started and urged everyone to search the room for clues or a way out, unaware that something far more dangerous was waiting for them. As everyone searched for a way out, Zoe suddenly felt that something was wrong. Mike quickly found a screwdriver, but Zoe noticed a code hidden on the book and rushed to the door to enter it. Just then, the lights turned red, and the room began heating up. Amanda rushed to the reception opening and knocked, but nobody answered, while the heat continued to rise. Zoe quickly found the key and rushed to the reception opening. But when they opened it, they were shocked to find a doll sitting inside with a phone beside it. Jason picked up the phone, but there was no response, so he dropped it. Suddenly, the windows sealed shut and hot air began pouring into the room, turning it into a scorching oven. Everyone struggled against the unbearable heat until Zoe spotted a button on the table and pressed it, revealing a hidden opening that could lead them out. Everyone quickly gathered around the table, trying to trigger the hidden mechanism, while Jason crawled through the tunnel and finally spotted a possible way out. Mike crawled through the tunnel to join Jason while the others kept the mechanism active. Moments later, Amanda followed, leaving only 3 people behind. Thinking quickly, Zoe realized they could use the water to trigger the mechanism. She filled a glass and carefully placed it on the button, causing the hidden door to slowly open. Without wasting time, she crawled through before it closed again. Now only Ben and Danny remained. They tried the same trick, but the water ran out. With no other option, Ben poured his wine into the glass. As they rushed through the tunnel, a massive fire suddenly engulfed the room, forcing them into the next chamber. By now, they knew this was no longer just a game. One wrong move could cost them their lives. And with no idea what the next challenge had in store, the group began searching desperately for a way out, knowing whatever came next could be even worse. Then Danny spotted a coded lock on the door and called everyone over, hoping the next clue would lead them to safety. As everyone searched for a clue, Ben suddenly spotted letters carved into the wooden sculpture and quickly called them out. Jason entered the code, and the door opened, but what they found on the other side shocked them. Instead of another room, they stepped into a freezing outdoor environment, surrounded by ice and snow, as if they had entered a completely different climate. The temperature dropped rapidly, freezing everything around them before they even realized the door behind them had jammed shut. Now trapped in the freezing environment, they had to find another way out. Jason tried to warn Danny to be careful, but Danny acted like he knew what he was doing. Instead, he opened a path that released a freezing breeze into the environment, forcing everyone to stay still and fight against the cold. Realizing they couldn't stay in one place forever, the group split up and began searching for another clue. Then they spotted a single red jacket, but there was no way it could keep everyone warm. Still, something about the jacket triggered a strange memory in Jason, leaving him deep in thought. Meanwhile, Mike discovered a fishing line without hook attached and brought it back to the group. Thinking about the fishing line without a hook, Zoe quickly searched for something that could help, using a compass to guide her. She spotted a wooden snow wolf and reached inside its mouth, pulling out a magnet. Without wasting time, she rushed back, attached the magnet to the hook, and lowered it into the water. Seconds later, they pulled up a block of ice with a key trapped inside. Mike quickly asked Ben to throw him his lighter. Ben tossed it across the ice, and Danny went to pick it up. But the moment he grabbed it, the ice beneath him shattered, sending him underwater. The others desperately searched for him, but Danny was already gone. As grief turned into anger, they blamed Ben, accusing him of deliberately putting them in danger. Ben insisted he only came for the money and had nothing to do with their deaths. Jason quickly told everyone to focus on the only thing that could save them, the key. They gathered around the ice, using their body heat to slowly melt it while the freezing temperature drained their strength. Hours passed before the ice finally weakened enough to reach the key. But just as they got it free, Mike collapsed from the cold. Jason grabbed the key, rushed to the door, and unlocked it. But suddenly, the ice began cracking heavily beneath them. Every second brought them closer to falling into the freezing depths. And they had no idea that whatever awaited them in the next room would be even more deadly. Now, let's pause for a second. If you're trapped in this game, which room would you rather face? The first one, hot as the sun, or the second one, freezing like an attic? Let me know your choice in the comments. Now back to the video. The group quickly realized they were inside an upside-down billiards bar, with everything hanging above them. Suddenly, the phone rang, but when Mike answered, a deafening blast forced him to drop it. As Jason searched for a way out, Mike stepped forward looking for clues, only to nearly fall into the bottomless shaft below. Now they knew the real danger had begun. With everyone clinging to the walls, Amanda climbed toward a table above them, searching for the clue that could get them out. As Amanda climbed higher, she spotted a coded lock, hoping the key was nearby. Across the room, Zoe noticed a puzzle and, with Mike's help, she reached it and began solving. But the floor suddenly gave way beneath Jason, forcing him to fight his way back up. He then spotted a door with no handle. Quickly, the group connected the clues. The pool table was missing its black ball, and they realized it had to be hidden inside the lock Amanda found. As the ground kept collapsing beneath them, everyone struggled to hold on, but the weight became too much. Zoe tried to move across, but lost her grip and fell onto the remaining section. Jason quickly pulled her back up, and she suddenly remembered the clue. The code had to be entered upside down. Amanda rushed to the lock, reversed the code, and it opened, revealing the missing black ball. The others reached the door safely, but Amanda was left stranded on the opposite side. Without thinking twice, Amanda jumped onto the pool table above, trying to reach the others. But the black ball slipped from her pocket and fell onto the collapsing floor. She risked everything to retrieve it, then threw the ball to Jason before grabbing the telephone wire. As the last section gave way, Amanda lost her grip and disappeared into the darkness, ending her journey in the game. Once again, the group was devastated after losing Amanda, but there was no time to grieve. As they entered the new room, they were shocked to find a hospital setting that looked exactly like one they had been in before, complete with their medical records waiting for them. That's when the truth became clear. The people behind the game knew everything about their past, and each player was connected by surviving a deadly incident. Everyone's past revealed a different tragedy. Zoe was left alone after a plane crash claimed everyone around her. Jason was stranded in the freezing ocean, forced to survive after losing his friend. Mike escaped a mining collapse that buried everyone else. Amanda returned as the only survivor of a brutal war. Ben survived a car crash that took 6 of his friends, while Danny lived through a deadly poisoning that wiped out his entire family. The group quickly came to an answer, All of them were survivors of deadly incidents, now brought together to play the same dangerous game and determine who would survive again. The television suddenly came alive, revealing they had only 5 minutes to find the clues and escape before something deadly happened. Everyone immediately began searching the room, while Zoe realized the people behind the game were watching their every move and angrily started smashing the cameras. Then Jason spotted the poison and rushed back to the group with the EKG machine, believing they needed the right heart rate to unlock the next chamber. They tried it on Ben, but it didn't work. Jason then turned to Mike, who was scared but agreed because they had no other choice. But the machine delivered a powerful shock, killing Mike instantly and leaving everyone terrified. With no option left, Jason tested it on himself at a lower heart rate, and the door finally unlocked. As the others rushed out, Zoe refused to leave, desperately fighting through the poisonous gas until she collapsed. As the two survivors entered the next stage, Ben was still furious at Jason for Mike's death. But before they could argue further, they discovered a hidden hatch in the floor. The moment they opened it, poisonous gas rushed out, sending both men into terrifying hallucinations. Then Ben spotted a single injection, but there was only enough for one person. Jason immediately lunged for it, and a brutal struggle broke out as both fought for their only chance to survive. Under the effects of the hallucination, Ben shoved Jason, sending him crashing into the wall. Jason died instantly. With no time to waste, Ben grabbed the injection, used it on himself, and crawled through the tunnel toward the next stage of the game. As he reached the next room, Ben tried unlocking the door, but nothing worked. Suddenly, the walls began closing in, crushing everything in their path. With nowhere to escape, Ben squeezed himself through a narrow opening as the room closed around him. Somehow, he made it out alive. After spending hours inside, he was stunned to see the other players' faces crossed out, meaning he was the only survivor. Just then, a man approached Ben, congratulating him for surviving the deadly game. But Ben wanted nothing except to leave, even without the money. The man offered him a cigarette, and as Ben smoked, the man suddenly wrapped a rope around his neck, trying to strangle him. Just before Ben could be killed, a gunshot came from behind. It was Zoe, who was never actually dead. She had faked her death with an oxygen mask and escaped after taking down the men who came for her body. Ben smashed the attacker with a bottle before shooting and killing him finally. As the two survivors fought their way out, they finally escaped to safety. Hours later, Zoe returned with the police, but they were shocked to find the entire building abandoned, as if the game had never existed. Meanwhile, Ben was recovering in the hospital. Months later, Zoe met up with Ben and revealed her plan to find the people behind the deadly game, believing everyone who died deserved answers. She had already booked a flight to New York, but the movie then cuts to another plane heading there, suddenly thrown into chaos as it begins to crash. The passengers screamed in panic, unaware that they had just become the next players in another deadly game. And that's where the movie ends. If you enjoyed this recap, do yourself a favor and subscribe for more movies like this. See you in the next one.